Working with families. Roberts, 2009, in Early Home Learning Matters, describes how Braun and others, 2006, set out the following list of qualities that underpin what they call a helping relationship and partnership. So at the centre you have a helping relationship and partnership, and this includes respect, empathy, genuineness, humility, quiet enthusiasm, personal integrity, and expertise. Points for reflection. What professional development opportunities are you offering in your setting or local authority to support practitioners in working with adults in families as well as with children? Do your policies and procedures reflect the importance of valued working relationships with parents through the process of induction and recruitment and in the running of your organisation? Working together involves practitioners and parents being willing to listen to and learn from one another. What opportunities do practitioners create to enable them to listen and learn from parents and for parents to learn from them? Does your organisation create time for practitioners to reflect upon their learning? How does this process apply to all parents and carers? For example, working parents, parents of children who access services via local authority transport, parents with additional needs, parents who speak English as an additional language, and parents who do not live in the family home. Working together happens when practitioners respect what families know and already do. At the centre we have the child. On the left we have the knowledge from practitioners. This is shared with parents, and then parents act on practitioners' knowledge. And on the right we have the knowledge from home. This is shared with practitioners, and then practitioners act on the parents' knowledge. Do parents regularly share knowledge about children's learning and development? Does the information from home feed into the planning for that individual child in the setting or home-based project plan? Does the information from the setting or practitioner working in the home feed into what the parents provide for their child at home? Working together needs practitioners to find ways to actively engage those who do not traditionally access services. Some barriers to participation. If practitioners are to engage parents who traditionally do not access services, they need actively engaged families, and they need time, support, and flexibility. They need fine-tuning, outreach, and to be complementary and networked. That is, if services are to engage parents who traditionally do not access services they need. Do you know your communities and the families within them? Do you know which sectors or social groups of the community you are not working with effectively? What systems are in place to monitor the level and quality of engagement with families from different family contexts and life experiences? How do you involve parents in analysing what works and what doesn't in terms of engaging families? And how do you find ways of talking to parents who are not engaged in services to understand their views? Working together when parents are decision makers in organisations and services. Does your organisation have an active forum or parent group? Does your organisation take into account the views of parents who do not attend the parent forum or group? Do parents jointly make decisions with workers about how services are shaped and developed? Do parents play active roles in your settings? How are parents involved in evaluating your services? And do parents have a voice in what is evaluated and how evaluations are conducted? Working together happens when families' views, opinions and expectations of services are raised and their confidence increases as service users. Do parents access services over extended periods? How do you evidence this? Do parents access multiple services? Do all parents tell you by whatever means appropriate, but non-returned questionnaires do not count, that the services on offer meet their expectations and needs? Do you have a parent forum, and how are their views of parents acknowledged, and are they acted upon? Working together happens when there is support for the whole family. How is support offered for the whole family? How is the information about families shared between different services offering support? How is the family involved in the sharing of this information? If families leave your service, is there a common approach and shared information regarding support? How do you involve extended family members? How well do you know your families, and how do you identify their needs? Do you do home visits? What professional development do you offer to universal service providers in accessing levels of need for families? How do statutory, voluntary and community services collaborate to support families? How is support offered to families with a range of complex needs and issues? Working together requires effective support and supervision for staff, encouraging evaluation and self-reflection. Effective support and supervision has three main elements: reflection and dialogue about yourself amid any personal issues that are affecting you or impacting your work, reflections and dialogue about your work with children and families, and reflection and dialogue about your professional development and the opportunities that are available to you to improve and reflect on your practice. Do you have regular support and supervision sessions? How are you encouraged to evaluate their practice? How are you given time for self-reflection and review? Do all staff have training, not just in child protection, but also in how to share issues around safeguarding with parents? Do all the staff know how the Common Assessment Framework operates and how to support and engage parents through the process? How might these principles be used in practice? Thank you for listening. Here are my contact details. Please subscribe to the channel.